This first video on Christmas Day is going to look at ways in which we can maybe use a resource to help with teaching the required practicals for GCSE biology. In the school I currently work in, we had somebody come in, a trainer who works with AQA, and one of the areas we discussed was the required practicals, particularly how pupils in last summer's exams answered those questions, especially linking with methodology, some of the 6 markers, rewriting methods, and so on. And following that, I put this set of slides together, and the idea being that when I teach this to my classes in the new year, hopefully I can take some of the aspects from that training and build them in. So I've mentioned this before on Twitter, but just to run through it dead quickly again, the first thing was I came up with an acronym. The only one I could think of was CIDER. You might think of something maybe a bit better. The idea of having the pupils know about control, independent and dependent variables, as well as equipment and repeats. And what I've done is for every practical, I've taken the method. So this method here is from the AQA documentation that you can find online. It's the method that they suggest. And for each of those 5 letters that we just went through that spell out as CIDER in this case, I've highlighted on the method where they each apply. So you can see step 6 focuses on the independent variable for this practical one. The dependent is in step 8 and so on. And this is true for all of them. Now, the idea isn't just to spoon feed the pupils with this, but ideally maybe give them the slide beforehand, let them try and find each of these areas, maybe highlight them in different colors, something along those lines, and then this at least gives us an answer template to work from. Also, at the beginning of every single practical, there's this slide. Now this has every piece of equipment that the pupils are going to need for all of the practicals involved in the biology GCSE required set. So pupils can look at this and go, okay, based on the hypothesis that we're answering or the question we've been posed, investigate the effect of antiseptics and so on, which of these bits of equipment will we need? And again, I've put them all on there because I didn't want to just spoon feed the pupils. The idea is they can look at them and decide what might work and what might not. So again, that might be of some use. So anyway, this is the resource. If you want access to the Google Slides, which they're made on, you can get that through the teamscienceedu.co.uk. Or if you want this in PowerPoint or PDF form, you can get it for free on the TES shop, all of which can be linked just below this video on teamscienceedu.co.uk.